Welcome back to Romance and Rosé. 2025 is the year that we diversify. We're going to be spending a little bit more time on long form content for the booktube community, okay? I am excited and you should be too. We're going to be kicking off a brand new mini series here on this channel. Well, it's not going to be so mini because I can't shut the fuck up. As you can see, I have rainbow bookshelves. I love them. I love organizing my books by color. I find it very visually appealing and aesthetic. This new series is going to be Romance and Rosé's bookshelves, book recs by color. February, we're going to be kicking off with, what color do you think? Black. We're going to start from the top and work our way down. And as you can see, I have more black books than any other color. So this is going to be the largest book recs video. I tried to limit myself to 10, but you got 20. These are all so good. Banger after banger after banger. I couldn't gatekeep. So here we go. Kicking off with one of my favorite books from 2024, The Wolf King by Lauren Palphreyman. Picture James Fraser from Outlander and I don't know, Rhysand from ACOTAR are werewolves and they're in a love triangle with a princess just doing her best, okay, to not end up in an abusive marriage. Maybe the best werewolf romance I have ever read, Infinity Stars. You're gonna love it. Chasing the Wild, another favorite from 2024 by Elliott Rose. This is cowboy ex-boyfriend's dad, 5 chili pepper, so good. I will never stop thinking about this book. Delicious. The Worst Kept Secret and Our Little Secret by QB Tyler. I adore anything QB Tyler writes, but these in particular, she falls in love with her childhood best friend's dad. Crazy. Secrets are secreting in this one. In Our Little Secret, a girl has a one-night stand with a man at a wedding a year ago. Turns out he was married. He shows up for a new job and he's her brand new boss. I will say though, if you are not a fan of the cheating trope, just like me, this is the exception to the rule, okay? You don't care one bit that this man is a cheater. And you know what, while we're already talking about cheating, Thoughtful by S.C. Stevens. This book, you do care about the cheating. It is angsty, it is heartbreaking, it'll rip your heart out of its body, you'll watch it beat, and you'll have to shove it back into your chest canal so that you can heal. But Kellen Kyle, he'll do that. He will heal you. This book is so good. But what I will say is, this book is technically not the first book. Thoughtless is the first book in the series, but it's a 3-book series all from the female's POV. And you know what? I couldn't give a shit what Kira's POV is. She rewrote the entire series from Kellen, the male lead's POV, and that's what really matters, babes. He's where it's at. If you want a more well-rounded experience, I would suggest checkerboarding, where you read Thoughtless and then you read Thoughtful and then you read Effortless and then you read Painful, and then like you go back and forth, but you're basically reading the exact same story but from 2 different perspectives. And if you're gonna pick one, Kellen. For my dark romance girlies, Still Beating by Jennifer Hartmann. This is very tragic, but it is about a girl who gets kidnapped by a serial killer along with her sister's fiance, okay? They trauma bond, and once they get back, it is a long, arduous, emotional healing journey. But it's so good. It's so good, and it's so sad, but so good. The Love of My Next Life by Brit Benson. This is a duet, but book 2 is all white, so I'm only including book 1, but this is a best friend's brother, enemies to lovers, extreme angst. This is a book that if someone had told me about it, I probably wouldn't have picked up, and that would have been my biggest regret because I think about this book and this duet so often, and I recommend it to everybody. It really took me by surprise in 2023, and I adore it with my whole heart. For all of my fantasy girlies, Powerless and Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This book series is so good. Book 3 comes out this spring. If you loved Hunger Games or the Red Queen series, I really feel like you're gonna love this. These were similar but different enough to me where it gave me all of the same feelings that those series gave, and I really enjoyed it. From Here to Eternity by A.L. Jackson. Look at how pretty this book cover is. This is a motorcycle club, tattoo artist, single dad, sort of like mystery romance. I was hooked beginning to end. Book 2 is actually just about to come out, like in a couple weeks, and that I got the ALC for. Also so delicious. I will include it here because it's just both of them, this entire series. Speaking of motorcycle, if you know me, this is a big 3. It is heavy age gap. It is dirty, taboo. I will not elaborate. Read this book. Speaking of dirty age gaps, Liar by Fiona Cole was one of the first books I ever read on Kindle Unlimited. It was the first book I ever read on Kindle Unlimited. It is Dad's Best Friend age gap, Sex Club. Speaking of Sex Club, The Highest Bidder by Sara, Cate. This is Daddy Ronan. He falls in love with a girl, not knowing that years ago he dated and was in love with her mom. What? He is delicious. He's a pleasure dom, and he unforgettable. If you like dark psycho hockey players, look no further. The Pucking Wrong series is the series for you, just like it's the series for me. This is book 1 and book 3. I don't own the whole series. I want to, but these are just my 2 favorites. There is humor, there is stalking, psychotic behavior, toxic behavior, but in the best way possible. The kind of red flags I will proudly wave. The Takeover by T L Swan. This is the best single mom romance you will ever read in your life. It is so funny. You will laugh out loud. The spice is really good, but it's also emotional when need be. Kristen Miles is by far the best Miles brother, and this actually may be my favorite T L Swan book ever. Close second though, Our Way. Look at those Hawaiian roll 6-packs. This book was particularly interesting because it played with a best friend / roommates to lovers dynamic in a way that was interesting because he has exclusively only been with men. And so when he starts to have more romantic feelings for his roommate, who he's always really loved platonically, his emotional journey in figuring that out, I felt was done with a lot of care and taste. Another rec for the fantasy girlies, Veiled Kingdom. I know, isn't she gorgeous? This is a series. I only have book 1, but I have listened to book 2. The audiobook for book 3, I think it's supposed to be coming out soon-ish. Really enjoyable. Check this one out. And last, arguably most important because it is criminally underrated, The Star-Crossed Duet by Trilina Pucci. Another gorgeous foiled book cover. This is the omnibus because it is a duet, so both books are in this one copy. It's so good. It is a Romeo and Juliet retelling that does not end tragically. It ends the way you wish Romeo and Juliet had ended. The forbidden love, the spice, the spice. The story, Calder Wolf, is honestly another big 3 of mine. He is in my book boyfriend hall of fame. He is perfect. I will take no criticism, no notes, or I'll take you outside and we can fight. So there you have it. Those are 20 5-star Romance and Rosé approved Black book cover romances. Happy reading. Comment below which color you'd like to see next.